Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the A-Listers podcast, the podcast where we talk about movies. My name is Jocelyn Rochelle, and I am joined here with my lovely co-host, Miss Catherine Rowe. Miss Catherine, Miss Rowe, how are you doing
hmm
today? What is your Oscar of the week? What is your Razzie of the week?
Hello, I am doing great today. I'm having a really good week. It was a nice long weekend, which is always enjoyable. My Oscar of the week is that my college friend Annie came into town for the long weekend. She came in from Buffalo, so that was really fun because we have seen each other a couple times since college, but this was like probably the most time we've been able to spend together. So it was really fun. We spent the weekend. We went to a Broadway show. We went to a museum and just kind of hung out. Since my other favorite college friend decided to move away from New York, so I had to spend some time with
Okay,
some
don't do that. Y'all, you know what? Me and Kira always talk about like that because we lived in the same apartment complex, but they
mhm.
lived like down there, and we always like
Mhm.
used to talk about how y'all used to have like bachelorette nights and stuff. Y'all, it was
Yeah.
just so cute.
It
But
was
yeah,
fun. I
mm,
know. I missed that when like all of our friends lived within like a
I
little radius of
know.
us.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Um so yeah, so that was a nice weekend. And then my Razzie of the week. Honestly, it's been a really good week. I did accidentally knock this pot over the other day and I broke it, so I did feel bad about that.
mm,
Um but yeah, no, it's been a really good week. It was snowed this weekend. I was telling Jocelyn before the pod that it snowed, so she would miss New York, and it was very pretty.
it did look very
um,
pretty.
yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah, so it's probably like a 95% for me on the Rotten Tomatoes. It's a really good week. Yeah.
nice, nice.
What about you? How's your long weekend going?
My long weekend is just fantabulous. I don't think that's a word, but it's
I was gonna say Ariana.
fantastic.
Is that like a Wicked saying there?
But it's been very nice. I would say my Oscar of the week though is so I have had some problems with some gnats for a
Mm,
while. And like gnats for my house plants. And
mm,
so they have been bothering me. And then one of my coworkers said that he used to work at like his college's like greenhouse. So I
mm,
asked him, I was like, what should I do about gnats? And he was like, and he told me to he was like, I would check the potting soil. He was like, cause sometimes like there's like gnats eggs in there. And I'm sorry if this sounds
uh,
really gross. People are like, I'm
no, I
never
wouldn't
coming
know.
over to Jocelyn's apartment because she has gnats. But so I was like, huh. I was like, I don't really think so, but okay. And then lo and behold, I went to go like water my plants and stuff because I have been trying all these different remedies. And usually I
Mhm,
just spray apple cider vinegar on the soil and they go away and it's fine.
mhm.
But that wasn't working. So I'm like, what's going on? And so I opened the potting soil bag and ding 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 ding.
Wow.
We found the source. So I threw that away and
Like in the bag, not even like
in
the
the
dirt
bag.
in the pot. Wow, okay. Mm,
Yeah, like the bag. Like I just like
mhm,
looked in the bag and I saw like a couple of gnats and I was like, yeah, that's where y'all coming
mhm,
from. So I threw that
mhm.
away and honestly, I haven't seen a gnat today. So very
That's
excited about that.
exciting.
Yeah, that's
Mm,
I'm like cuz I've been trying to get rid of them for a
mhm,
very long time. So
mhm,
well, not a very long time, but they're for a while.
mhm.
And they're annoying too. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely
Mm,
my Oscar. I finally solved that problem. Woohoo.
that is exciting.
Um, yeah. My Razzie is so I made some soup from a recipe book.
Mhm.
Okay, it is called a super green soup, which is like it's like a bunch of greens soup.
Yeah, globby gloop. Yep, I know. I know what you like to eat.
And so when I first like made the soup and ate it, I was like, "Oh, this is not bad."
Mhm.
And then I came back later and I was like, "Oh." And it's a big pot and I got to eat it.
Yeah.
I got to eat it. Like I meal
Yeah.
prepped it and like so for lunch I'm eating something and then for dinner I got to eat this soup. So for this week. Um
Yeah.
But today I put some like buffalo sauce in it and it made it
Mm.
taste a lot better. But yeah, but that's my Razzie. But at
Yeah.
least it's nutritious. That's for sure. So
Mhm. Mhm. It is always disappointing when you, like, try out something new and spend a lot of time cooking something, and then you're like, "Ooh, this is not good."
it's a lot of time, a lot of groceries,
Yeah.
like, but I feel like I'm gonna feel better because I'm getting my greens in.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
anyway, Catherine, what have you been watching? Any new
Mhm.
shows? Any new movies?
Yeah, well, first of all, if any listeners wanna send us in some soup recipes, that'll be better than Jocelyn's Green Garden. I would love a soup recipe. I was gonna ask
It's
for it if
called
you
a
liked it, but
super green. I
okay.
mean,
Well,
I would have to check the contents. No, I don't
yeah,
think you
I
can
can't.
have it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can have
I
it.
have to specialize a lot of my soups. What have I been watching? I haven't been watching a ton. But I have been watching this newest season of The Pit. I don't know if you watch that
Mm,
show, but it's a medical drama. The season 2 started a couple weeks ago, so I've been going back and rewatching season 1. And it's really good. I like it a lot. It's a really good drama. It's week to week, which I like a lot.
mm,
Um, it's just a really good show. It's like usually 45 minutes to an hour, but I'm always surprised when the credits roll.
yeah.
Like it goes by really quickly. So, but it is a little stressful. Can't even lie about that.
Hmm. Do you
Yeah.
think that we'll ever get back to a time where like TV shows are like 20 episodes a season released
I mean,
weekly?
yeah, The Pit is like 15 episodes and it's
Okay.
released weekly and it just won a lot of I guess Golden Globes was what it's nominated
Mm-hmm.
for. So I think it's like on the comeback maybe. I think that like there's been some
Mm.
successful shows that are being dropped
Yeah.
slowly. Um
What is the
so I
pit
hope so.
on?
HBO Max.
Oh, okay. I love that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think maybe if there's some more shows that are dropped weekly that are successes, then they
Mm-hmm.
will. Um, so, but I think it'll just depend. Maybe not with Netflix taking over everything.
Yeah.
But I did see something where the Netflix had said recently, that if they do acquire whichever streaming services they're trying to acquire, that they're going to try to, Warner Bros. They're trying to acquire, they're going to try to still put movies in the theaters for, I think he said like at least like 45 days or something.
Okay.
Um, so at least that's like a little bit of positive bullying. I think that maybe he saw a lot of the backlash.
Mm.
Um, so, but yeah, what about you? Do you think that we'll ever get back to that with TV shows?
I think that I don't know about the 20 episodes per
Mm-hmm.
season, which I would love, and I feel like 20 episodes benefits a lot of people. Like it
Mm-hmm.
benefits the actors, it benefits like the tech crew, um
Mm-hmm.
like it benefits the watcher, the audience, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if they'll be putting I don't know if there'll be like a new Bridgerton with 20 episodes, you know?
Yeah.
Um But yeah, I do think maybe they will start to do more releasing weekly. I mean, you already see like with Netflix, like they release like half one
Mm-hmm.
month and then half like the next month because they want that like subscription.
Yeah.
So maybe I feel like they can do a way to like make money out of it. So hopefully, and
Yeah.
even like White Lotus that was released weekly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think. I feel like there's some other shows that are on streaming services that are still released weekly. So
Yeah.
hopefully,
Yeah, I think it is tough because it feels like a lot of. I mean, there are some, so like ABC, CBS, like stuff like that has a
hmm
lot. But nowadays, they cast like such famous people that I feel like they have to pay a lot of money for. That they are like
oh,
we
that's
can't
true.
only afford them for 8 episodes.
Mhm.
It feels like TV used to be like there was TV actors, there's movie actors.
Mhm.
Um, so nowadays, where they're like we need to have Jake Gyllenhaal, like Meryl Streep, in every miniseries, it's like yeah, they can only
Yeah.
afford them for like 4 episodes or something.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. But I guess it benefits the s- I don't want to say smaller actors, but the
yeah. I mean, it keeps them employed for
smaller.
longer.
Yeah, it sure
So,
does.
yeah.
But
Because that
okay.
was some drama. I don't know if you saw that the Euphoria season 3 trailer just dropped. And I'm not a Euphoria watcher, but
Mhm.
I remember seeing some stuff about Zendaya's mom, or Rue's mom on the show. The actress was talking about how like bad it is for working actors to like,
Mm.
be in like 6 episodes and take 3 years off, and like how that's not
Yeah.
really like livable. So,
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see anything recently about
mhm.
it, but I did see like a TikTok maybe a couple months ago where she was like cleaning a kitchen and she
Mhm.
was like, "Yeah, like I have to make ends meet." Like,
Yeah.
but
But
and like of
season
course like Sydney Sweeney, Zendaya,
Yeah.
they're all fine, but she's like,
Mhm.
"Look, we gotta make things work."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if they're being held on contracts and, maybe if they don't know like when the next season's coming out or like when they're going to have
Mhm.
to start filming and stuff. But the season 3 trailer dropped, so that's
Mhm.
exciting for those. Do you watch Euphoria, or a
I have
little too
seen it.
stressful,
Yeah.
or
No, I've seen both of them, or both seasons. It's just a lot. I'm like, these kids are in
Mhm.
high school. It's
Mhm.
just a lot. But I did see part of the trailer, and I think they fast forwarded, right?
Yeah, they did a time jump, I believe, so.
Mm-hmm. And I saw the trailer, and I was like, I don't know if I'm really watching this.
Yeah. It kind of seems like
I'm
that's what the
like,
actors are feeling like too, like you know.
no, specifically Sydney Sweeney. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, like what is this? But
Yeah. So many of
stay
them are so
tuned.
big. I mean, Jacob Elordi comes from that, or is in that and stuff. So,
Mm-hmm. Now that I think about it, yeah, Jacob Elordi, and I forgot about the other girl. She dated Jacob Elordi in like the first season. Is her name like
oh
not? It's not Kat.
no, I don't. I really don't know the characters' names.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well, never
I mean,
mind.
like Hunter Schafer has been pretty famous out of that show too.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
But
So
yeah, but just anyway, I don't. I also don't have HBO Max, so
okay. Well, it's like send me a text afterwards. I gotcha.
I also haven't seen like the recent season of White Lotus, but I have a
Mm.
line that I need to like. I have like a list that I need to work down. So
Mhm.
anyway, maybe it'll be a snowy day in Atlanta, and I can just have
Hmm.
cabin fever and just watch TV all day.
Yeah. Pigs will fly. Yeah.
When pigs will fly. Um, on the other hand, though,
Mhm.
I watched this super cute movie last night that actually
Mhm.
had me giggling. I watched The Wrong Paris. I think that's what
Mm.
it's called,
Mhm.
with Miranda Cosgrove. Super cute. Super cute. I like that movie a lot. I like at
Mhm.
first like I put it on. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, but I'm like, wait, this is cute. So,
You're
yeah.
the second person who's recommended that to me within the past couple weeks. So yeah,
Really?
my one of my
Okay.
coworkers was like, I watched this. I think it is a Netflix movie, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's same. She was like, I wasn't really expecting to think anything of it, but it was really cute and good. So
Yeah, yeah.
maybe I'll watch that.
So, you should. But I have not started Bridgerton yet, so
Mhm.
I will get on that. And I heard that there's like a murder mystery on Netflix that's pretty good.
Hmm. His and hers,
Yes,
like
his
Tessa
and her.
Thompson and
Mhm.
John Bernthal, I think his name is. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard
that one
that's
does look
also
good. Okay.
yeah. People have recommended that, so maybe I once again my list is adding up, but maybe I'll get started on that.
Mhm.
But okay. Um Anything else? Any movie news for you?
No, just I'm excited for the movie that we watched for today. So I'm excited to talk about it.
Did you rewatch it again or did you just like go off memory?
Absolute. I mean, I tend so we're watching Little Women. I
Yeah.
rewatched Little Women. This tends to be a yearly watch for me. I usually watch this
Uh,
sometime around Christmas time, and with my friend coming in town, it felt like a good time to be like girls together. I was like, ooh, wait,
yes.
Little Women. So yeah.
I would also like to say sorry. It's in my apologies because I a couple podcast episodes again, I was like, I've seen it. I
Yeah.
definitely have seen it.
Yeah.
The first scene, I was like, I don't think I've seen this. I don't think I've
Yeah.
seen this.
Yeah.
And and I was like, "Oh, it's on something." I was referring to the 1994 version of Little Women,
Mhm.
and I think that's on like Netflix or something right now. But as far as the 2019 version, that unfortunately is not on Netflix, and I have not seen that. But
Mhm.
but I was in for a treat. I really liked it.
Mhm.
So yeah, so tonight we are reviewing the 2019 version of Little Women, and I'm gonna put on my glasses because I cannot see. Sorry.
I like
But
it.
a quick it's like I feel like I'm a teacher or something. It's like, okay, I tried. So it's a quick movie synopsis. In the years after the Civil War, Jo March lives in New York and makes her living as a writer, while her sister Amy studies painting in Paris. Amy has a chance encounter with Theodore, a childhood crush who proposed to Jo but was ultimately rejected. Their oldest sibling, Meg, is married to a schoolteacher, while shy sister Beth develops a devastating illness that brings the family back together. All right. Um, so yes, it also has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes and a
Mhm.
92% on the popcorn meter, which I was
Mhm.
pretty shocked about. I didn't like I thought it was pretty good,
Mhm.
but yeah. I also
Mhm.
have a confession. I started the movie and I was like, because I saw the little quote at the beginning, I was like, is this based off real life? I was like, is this a book or something? And then I remembered that I literally bought you the book like as a
Yeah, you
gift one
did.
time. So, anywho, um, anyway, Catherine, so what's your
Mhm.
history with this book?
Yeah.
I mean, not
Um,
book, movie.
the movie and the book, yeah. I love this movie. I had seen the 1994 version when I was younger because this movie's been made a bunch of times. Like this is kind of
Mm,
every few decades, a Little Women gets remade.
mm,
Um, I read the book a couple years ago and really loved it as well. And it is loosely based off of Louisa May Alcott's life. Like I don't think it's ever fully confirmed how much it is, but she was a woman in this time period in this
mm,
area and had several sisters, and like some of her sisters' lives kind of loosely follow like what happens. Um but it has been around for a long time. It's like a story that's lasted through a lot. And I had known growing up that a lot of people was like their favorite story, like a lot of women's favorite story. But I had never really connected with it on that level. And then I saw this version in
mm,
2019 and fell in love with the story and really liked how Greta Gerwig directed it and told it and put it all together. And have since then watched it pretty much on a yearly basis. I might have missed like a year or two.
mm,
Um, but no, I just really love it. I think this version specifically was the first time that I understood the characters. In previous versions, I was always like, Joe should pick Lori, and I don't understand why she doesn't. And I don't
mm,
understand why Amy and Lori end up with each other. Um, but I think that the way this timeline is told and the way that it goes back and forth from the future, because it follows them when they're younger, when they're teenagers, and then when they're adults. Um, the way that she does that, I think, just makes it easier to understand the characters. And kind of from the very beginning with this one, like I understood like, oh, Joe doesn't view Lori in that perspective. Like she
mm,
views them as friends. They would not work out together as a couple. Um, so yeah, I just really, really, really like this version of it. I think like everybody, whoever, like whatever generation you are, like when your generation comes out, like that's probably your favorite.
mm,
Like I know a lot of people who saw this who are probably like 10 or 15 years older than us and are like, nope, the 1994 version is like my favorite version.
mm.
Um, so yeah, I just love this one. I love this movie. I like the book. I always recommend to anybody, but especially women. It's just really good. It's just like a fun. It's just like a wholesome story about these sisters' lives, and obviously it's sad, but it's just really good. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
What
nice.
about you?
To be honest, like I knew it's your letterbox four,
Mhm.
top
Mhm.
top four. Uh,
Mhm.
and at first when you said Little Women, I was like, huh, like because I saw
Mhm.
the 1994 version, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But then
Mhm.
seeing this version, I was like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw the 1994 version on a plane, on an airplane.
Mm.
And overall I liked it. Like didn't exit out, but I
Mhm.
really like this version. I thought this was very nice. Yeah. It's the cast is loaded, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, very loaded.
yeah. And I didn't know that also once the movie ended, I didn't know that Greta Gerwig, um,
Mhm.
like she adapted it to screenplay and she directed it. So shout out to her.
Mhm.
But also, side note, uh, allegedly, Greta Gerwig is one of Travis Kelsey's favorite directors. Did you see
Yeah.
that?
I had seen something about that. Do we think it's Barbie is like his favorite, like,
So apparently, like Taylor Swift, I think she went on some late show and she was like,
Mm.
"Oh yeah, like Greta came to one of my concerts," and Travis was like, "Oh, like I love her and like I love the Barbie movie. I love Little Women." Do you believe that? Like, let's be real for a second.
I I think that Taylor Swift wants her boyfriend to have a really good, or her fiance to have a really good image. I would believe Barbie. I think Travis Kelsey would watch and love Barbie. Little Women, I struggle a little bit more to be
Mm,
like this grown adult football man
yeah,
connected with this movie.
yeah,
Um, one of his favorite directors. I don't know if I believe that, but I do
yeah.
believe that he would have liked Barbie. He would have seen Barbie and then been like, "Wow, this is a great movie."
One of the okay, just polling
Mhm.
the area
Mhm.
here. Do you have a favorite director?
Um,
Okay, exactly. Thank you.
yeah. I probably should, but I don't.
Exactly. Yeah. Do I have a favorite director? Honestly, not really. Can't think of one.
Yeah. Greta Gerwig
And
is a really good
Travis
one.
Kelsey? Yeah.
Yeah.
But Travis
Yeah.
Kelsey has a favorite director?
Mm,
I'm not saying
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if I believe it.
okay, just a little side note.
But like he
Happy f-
would absolutely listen to I'm Just Ken. Like that would have been on his top
Yeah.
5 spot, like.
You know what? If she had said like, "Oh, I love like Travis really loved the Barbie movie. Like he was excited to meet Greta Gerwig." I would have like totally would
Mhm.
not been have skeptical at all. But the fact that she
Mhm.
was like, "Oh yeah, like that's his favorite director. Like
Mhm.
he loves Little Women and Barbie." I'm like, a little skeptical. He could prove me wrong, honestly. I
The other
mean,
option is that he's only seen 5 movies in his lifetime, and like Greta Gerwig just happened to direct 2, and he was like, "Well, this must be my favorite director."
yeah,
you
that's
know?
true. And he was probably like Lady Bird too. But
Yeah,
did she directed Lady Bird, right?
she did Lady Bird. Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen that,
yeah.
but um, yeah. But anywho, um, but yeah, so I have never seen this movie, but I really enjoyed this film, and yeah. So speaking of Greta Gerwig, though, do you have a favorite Greta Gerwig movie? Is this it?
Yeah, this is definitely it. I do like a lot of Greta
Mm,
Gerwig. I have seen Lady Bird. But yeah, she does a really good job with a lot of. I mean, I really love Barbie too, but this one is like the one I'll watch on repeat. Um,
mm-hmm,
because it's just so good. I think she does a really good job with Saoirse Ronan and Timothée Chalamet are in a lot of her stuff, but this is
mm-hmm.
definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I would say compared to the 1994 version. I like how
Mm.
bright this one was. Like, because the
Mhm.
1994 version, I think like the opening scene, it was like snow and everything. And that's when I realized I was like, wait, no, I haven't seen this because it was a lot brighter and just like livelier,
Mhm.
which I don't know,
Mhm.
I kind of enjoyed. The other one was, it felt more somber. Like,
Mhm.
I felt like everyone felt sad. Like you knew something sad was going to happen. But,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, and I think this one because it does have like a hard it does set itself up a little bit because it is like a non-linear movie. You're following these
Mm-hmm.
characters in different times, and it doesn't like say the time every single time it shows. It's not like, oh, this is 1894 Joe. Like it just shows that through um whether it is like brighter and like childhood is like brighter and it's like more exciting, and then a lot of times when it cuts to the future it's a little bit like more somber. So I think that does a
Mm-hmm.
good job of like dividing up the movie of, you can, at least for me, I don't know how you felt watching this for the first time, but like I think it's pretty easy to track when we're following
Mm,
like older Joe, younger Joe. Um, and I think it does a good job with the feelings of like when you are younger, like stuff is a lot like happier and simpler and more exciting.
mm,
And then as you phase into adulthood, it gets like a little bit more serious. But that makes sense about the 1994 one. It's kind of like that somber feeling from the very
mm.
beginning.
Yeah. They were like, "Oh, daddy's away."
hmm
Um, but
Cuts to
yeah,
Beth, and
but
they're just like, "Aw." Mhm.
speaking of like somber, Florence Pugh had just finished filming Midsummer, which I still have not seen, but
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna watch it one day. A few days prior to when she was started shooting this movie, and she said getting to play Amy after making such a stressful, like
Mm.
anxiety inducing movie was like her version of therapy.
Hmm. I
So it
love that
was
for her.
lively for her. Yeah.
She's
Are
really
you?
good in this. Her speech to Timothy Chalamet about like women and marriage is like I think one of the best parts of the movie.
Mm-hmm. I really like Florence Pugh, and I'm not just
Mhm.
saying that because I think her birthday is like what, like January 3rd, and mine is January
Okay.
2nd.
It always comes back to the birthdays.
I really try. And then Timothy Chalamet, he's right there with us. Like,
Mhm. I'll claim Florence Pugh though over Timothy Chalamet.
yeah.
Timothy Chalamet is a cutie patootie in this movie though. Like he
Mm-hmm.
looks really young in this movie. Like I forgot that this was, 7 years ago and just
Yeah.
how young he looks in it.
Mm-hmm. I think this is probably one of my favorite movies that he starred in.
Mhm.
I mean, Marty Supreme was good,
Yeah.
but like as far as like him, I'm trying to think. Probably, yeah, I would say probably this
Mhm.
one. I liked his character in this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a difference for people who came out whose 1994 version is their favorite is they really like Christian Bale in the
Mm,
1994 one. But I like this Laurie. I think that he plays like a good like he's kind of childish and immature, and I think that does well to show how like he wouldn't be able to stay with Laurie, but Amy can kind of help challenge
mm-hmm.
him and force him to mature and stuff. So yeah, I agree. I thought he was really good in this.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Which March sister are you? This is an important personality type and test.
Okay, I'm gonna say it, and I want to know if you agree based on what you
Okay.
know about me. I think
You can
I
be a
thought
mixture of two as well if you would like.
okay. Well, I don't really have a mixture of two, but I think
Oh,
I'm kind of
yeah.
like Beth. Really,
Okay.
just kind of besides the ending.
Yeah.
Just kind of like to myself. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, like not okay. I did process of elimination,
Mhm.
so I feel like Amy is very like outspoken and very kind of like I
Mhm.
don't want to say she's the youngest, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, she's very like outspoken, kind of like childish in a way, like very
Mhm.
like theatrical. And I
Mhm.
don't I mean, I can be theatrical at some points, but I don't really think of myself as that.
Mhm.
And then um what Emma Watson, who is she?
Meg.
Meg. I don't really think I'm like Emma Watson because she was very like timid and like
Mhm.
very like shy and just like oh, and I don't think I'm necessarily like her.
Mhm.
Like at the dress, like she was like, "Oh no, like he needs a new coat." Like the shopaholic in me would have definitely just bought that. So like I don't think I'm
I
her.
mean, she
And
did
then
buy the silk though, so
she
that could
did
be
after somebody convinced her. Like I would be the person convincing her, you know?
okay. Okay.
So I don't think I'm her. And
mhm.
then as far as Joe, that I think Joe was very like I don't know, like, oh, like I want to do this. I want to go. Maybe I'm a little
Yeah.
Joe, but
Yeah.
I
Joe's
don't
pretty
think.
hot tempered though, and you're not a you don't
Yeah,
have like that kind of energy, I
yeah,
don't think.
yeah. So I mean, the last one's Beth. Pretty cool. Try to keeps her sisters together.
Mhm.
Um, likes music. So yeah,
Mhm.
I think I'm Beth
Okay.
Mar. Yeah. What about you? Wait, do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I do. I think that you probably have a little bit of Meg because I think Meg knows what she wants, and I think
Mm,
she's like not ashamed of what her dreams are.
mm,
But I could
that's
see you being a Beth because I think you're very caring to other people, and
mm,
you are like very happy to yourself, not in like a bad way, but you are just like content, and I think you know who you are. And I
mm-hmm,
think Beth like knows who she is and knows what she likes and what she wants.
mm-hmm.
Um, so I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
I am pretty tried and true and Amy, if we're being honest. I am the youngest of my family. I am the baby. I
Mm,
am the only girl. So definitely could I maybe be a little like bratty when I was younger? There's a
mm-hmm,
chance I could have. Um, but yeah, I think I'm definitely an Amy. Because I think I know what I want from life, but I think I can also be like pragmatic about it and not
mm-hmm,
yeah, and just like her discussion about marriage, where she's like, I can't control who I love, and marriage is like an economic thing, but she also like
mm-hmm.
knows what she likes to do and wants. Um, so yeah, I think a lot of people like want to be a Joe, but I don't. I think at the end of the day, I'm an Amy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I realized like we're both like talking about this movie and we both don't have sisters because I have two brothers as well.
yeah, I also have two brothers. Did this movie
Yeah.
make you want sisters?
No. What, did you?
It does. I think
Okay.
I mean, at certain points, no, because there is a lot of drama and a lot of stuff that goes on
Yeah.
between sisters. But I think just like when they come back together at the end, that is
Yeah.
really sweet, and that's a unique relationship. As a child, though, I wanted my parents to have a girl and have a
Mm,
sibling, have like sister. I don't think like I want that in general right now, but I think when I'm
yeah.
watching this, I'm like, oh, like women understand women and like sisters and
Yeah.
sisterhood and all of that. Um, but yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
Mm,
With like a
yeah.
sister in my life.
But
Mm,
also there are a lot of dramas.
they are.
And it's like you
They'll
think about
they'll
people
take
in
your
your life that have
clothes.
sisters. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
like, well.
Have you okay, I would just remember I feel like people can tell that I don't have a sister.
Mhm.
Okay, not in like a bad way, but like I was
Mhm.
at this in college. I would go to this church small group and I just remember one time and like of course it's like church, they're talking about, personal things and I would
Mhm.
just be listening. And then one week this girl goes to me, she was like, "You have brothers, don't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "How do you know?" She
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah." She was like, "You're very kind of like, just the way you react, like not like emotionalist, but like."
Mhm.
She was like, "I could tell you have brothers. You're very kind of like tough." So I'm
Mhm.
like, "Okay, thanks." And even
Yeah.
kind of, I think Kira has pointed that out to me a couple times. So I'm trying to be better, guys.
Mhm. Mhm.
But am I being stoic or are you guys just being dramatic? That's the question.
I mean, you're talking to someone who has two older brothers too, so it's like I think it just made me more dramatic though, but I just like took all the drama and just
Uh, yeah. I'm
put it
like,
into
it's not that big of
myself.
a deal. Like, okay, but
um, but um, but yeah. Did this movie make you love New England even more? Because there's a lot of shots of the house. There's a lot of shots of the house in snow and like Christmas time. Some very cozy vibes.
it did. It did indeed. Also, this movie also made me want to go across the pond to Paris and
Oh,
London a
mm-hmm,
bit. Hmm.
mm-hmm,
But yeah, it was very nice. I really liked not the March's house, but
mm-hmm,
Lori's house. I thought that was really nice. It's very
mm-hmm.
started to almost go on Pinterest, but I had my phone down. So,
Proud of
um,
you.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, their house was very nice. And I liked how this movie showed like why Lori would want to be a part of their family. Because when they would
Mhm.
contrast to the March house, which was very um had a lot going on inside. Like was very warm on the inside, and like everybody's running around and talking, and then it would cut to like his house with his grandfather, and it was just kind of like colder and lonelier.
Mhm.
Like I liked how this movie showed that like the March women draw people in because of like
Yeah.
their love and friendship. And I thought that was really sweet. I also really like the relationship between the grandfather and Beth in this
Mhm.
one. Like that part always makes me cry
Yeah.
anytime like towards the end of the movie when he's talking about how he misses her.
Mhm.
So, did any
Yeah.
part of this movie make you cry, or did your
Um
brothers beat that out of you when you were younger?
Okay, before we get into any part make me cry, I have a fun fact about the house.
Mhm.
So the March house was actually designed to look plain from the outside, but like bright and
Mm.
colorful on the inside.
Mhm.
And it earned the nickname the jewelry box or the
Hmm.
jewel box on set because it was
Hmm.
like plain. And it did look very
Yeah.
plain on the outside, but very bright on the inside. Um but a part of the movie that made me want to cry, or I did not cry, spoiler alert, I did not cry. Um but I think so Beth, that whole situation made me
Mhm.
sad. But like you said, like with the grandfather, I think like that a couple of points kind of like made me get a little
Mhm.
choked up, especially like him watching like her playing the piano and um
Mhm.
but yeah, and especially at the end when she doesn't make it, like when Joe comes down the steps. And like of course like the first one was like she sees Beth at the table, but then this time she doesn't see Beth at the table. That kind of got me.
Mhm.
Another point though that kind of got me was like when the mom was volunteering for the war, and the dad came in and he was like, I lost two sons and
Mhm.
one is a prisoner, and then something happened to the last son. I was like, oh,
Bad
child.
luck. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. Um, but yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you cry at any parts of the movie?
Oh, yeah. I do at several parts. I cry easily during movies. Um, yeah, that some of the parts you mentioned, I think when Joe comes down the second time and knows that Beth is gone is really sad.
Mhm.
Definitely the grandfather. I'm trying to think of a couple of the other times. I think even when it doesn't make me cry, but it makes me a little bit emotional when Joe is like talking to her mom in the attic about how she wishes she had said yes to Lori, and her mom is like,
Mm.
because Lori initially proposes to Joe, and her mom's like, do you love him? And she's like, no, but I want to be loved. And I think that's like the
Mm.
best maybe moment of the movie is that speech that Joe gives of like, women can be ambitious and can want jobs and careers and all these things, but also like you can also want to be loved and want to have
Mhm.
relationships. Um, so that part I think just makes me emotional because I think sometimes in movies, like I think this movie does a good job of showing all of the facets of Joe because she can be like pretty self-centered. She has a really quick temper. She can be like really mean. Um, but I think she can also be very caring and loving and very loyal. And I think this movie does a good job of like showing all of the sides of her and stuff. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I mean, I probably tear up a couple other times in the movie, but I can't think of it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe when they get asked to give up their Christmas lunch, I was like, okay.
Okay, like the beginning?
Yeah. Because I'm
It's
like, you
like
guys can eat
Catherine's
a
like
couple of
crying the
biscuits.
entire movie.
No, literally. Well, more because I'm like, you guys. Sometimes the March's like philosophy does go a step far. When she's like, "My daughters, can you give up all of your food for this other family?" I was like, let them eat an orange. Like, let them have
Mm.
a scone right now. Um, but yeah. So,
Yeah.
no,
But
I crying the whole movie.
when they came back and
Mm-hmm.
it was Lori's grandfather, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who gave them that nice spread. I was like, "Oh, okay." It looked like a little Galentine's Day spread, to be honest.
Yeah, there was like little balls of like little pink balls. I thought it was very
Mhm.
unclear. I was like, it's the ice cream or like I couldn't
Mm.
tell what that was. So
I would have ate it.
yeah, maybe you
Yeah.
should host a Valentine's party and have it
I'm
be off this.
maybe. I have an idea for a Valentine's Day party.
Hmm.
You know what, listeners? Let me know if you guys. No, just kidding. I need to think it through again.
That's okay. Um,
It's but speaking of like the piano
mhm.
and like Beth, so um the actress who plays Beth, Eliza Scanlon, she practiced 3 hours a day to prepare for the role because like
Wow.
us playing the piano was a prerequisite for playing Beth.
Hmm. She
Yeah.
did a really good job. She looked good.
Yeah. She really did. Yeah.
It's like
But
Beth's
what were you
main
gonna
character
ask?
trait in the movie, so
Yeah.
is knowing how to play the piano. Um, no, I was gonna ask what you thought about who Joe ends up with, Frederick, because that's kind of a switch up in this movie from some of the other ones.
Mm.
But what did you think about him and that relationship?
I okay, to be honest, I kind of forgot about him. So,
That's fair.
like when Amy and Lori got together, I was like, okay.
Mhm.
I was like, okay. I wasn't mad about it. I was like, okay. Like,
Mhm.
okay. And I can kind of
Mhm.
tell because the way in the beginning of the movie, the way that like Florence Pugh or Amy was like, Lori, like you could tell there was something there. Like I thought
Mhm.
like they were together at first. Me and Aunt March, or Aunt
Mhm.
May, Aunt Mar
Arch,
anyway.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, like I thought, something was there from the beginning. But no, I like the Frederick guy at the end. I also like how he spelled Frederick. Did you see
Mhm.
that?
Mm-mm. How do you
Yeah.
spell it?
Okay. I'm a visual learner, but it's like Fredich. I don't think that's
Okay.
right.
You could look it up if you need to. It's the German
It's
spelling of it, I
not.
guess.
Hmm.
He's
It's
German, so it's
not.
like the German spelling.
Maybe, but it's not like the Frederick with the ICK.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's okay. Let me find this. I'm sorry. I'm no Aquila. Okay. This is not Aquila in the beat. Okay. I think I was
Mm.
right.
Mhm.
Fridrich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I like
isn't
it.
like Friedrich more kind of.
Yeah. Friedrich.
Yeah.
Friedrich. Frederick.
Yeah.
I liked it. I had my
Yeah.
subtitles on and I was like, oh, I like that.
Hmm. That's a nice way to spell
Um.
it. Hmm.
Mhm. Wait. So in the book, does she end up with anybody?
Yes. So she does end up with him in the book and the other movies. I think
Mm.
in some of the other movies they make him quite old. Because he is supposed
Oh.
to be a little bit older than her.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been like when I've seen it before, I've been like, why does Joe not pick Lori and why does she end up with this old man? Um,
Mm.
but I think that this movie did a good job. Two things for this movie that did a good job. I think it showed how he like really balances Joe out.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's never had someone like look at her writing critically, and he tries to offer her some advice and feedback, and she like blows up on him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that this movie shows like Joe needs someone like him who's very like even tempered, calm, and I think can talk to her. And Lori needs someone like Amy who's gonna like call him out and stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
like that. Like I like that they introduced him from the very beginning, and it wasn't just like oh, in the last 30 minutes you meet this guy and then Joe ends up with him. Because that is the way the other movies and the books go. Is like the whole time Joe's like, I don't want to marry. Like I don't want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
This is not going to happen. And then this guy comes in at the last minute. Um, and I think that that's what the movie's trying to do at the end. Is it kind of goes a little meta with Joe's conversation with the editor, and my understanding of that is that it's supposed to kind of be like Louisa May Alcott maybe talking with an editor, like Joe in that
Mm-hmm.
place being like, no, your main character has to end up with a guy. And she's like, why? And he says like, we want our women to be married, not consistent, which I think is a really funny
Mm-hmm.
line. Um, but I think that the movie does a good job of showing like maybe that's what I mean, I don't know what happened when Louisa May Alcott was writing it, but I thought that that was a good like, oh yeah, we know that Joe's been saying she doesn't want to get married the whole movie and she's not going to do this, and so we're going to put this little bit in of like, oh yeah, she has to get married off in the end because like
Hmm.
women like always need to be. So I really like that part at the end of them like talking about that and including that in, because that's how it feels in the other movies where you are like, Joe turned down Lori. She doesn't seem like she wants to get married. Like, why is she picking this
Hmm.
old professor dude? So I think this movie,
Yeah.
like, kind of was like talking to the audience a little bit with that.
Hmm. I do like that. Yeah, I thought that was a good touch. Shout out to Greta.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I thought that was a very nice touch to kind of like summon it in, and I liked how like with the editor at the beginning, he was like the women characters they need to either be married by the end of the story or they need to die,
Yeah.
and that happened with the sisters, you
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
I like how they like set that like this is the standard for like the stories for
Mm-hmm.
um for books during that time because they
Yeah.
help you kind of like understand. So very good tie in
And
there.
mm-hmm. And Louisa May Alcott, who I think represents the Joe in this book, I don't believe she ever got married.
Mm,
So that's
okay.
why I think maybe some people think that that's why Friedrich, I guess is his name, is kind of brought in towards the end of the book and introduced as this guy that Joe
Mm,
marries. So maybe like in the original, Joe wasn't going to get married.
mm-hmm.
Um, so,
Okay.
but I thought he was cute. I thought that he was like, he's a cute little professor.
Yeah. At first, like he like when he was like it was like when he criticized her writing, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I like you that much. But honestly,
Hmm.
it's like, okay, like, you know, you're just trying to help her out.
Yeah.
Um, so, but yeah, I think it does like balance it out.
Hmm.
Side note, do you think opposites attract?
I think it depends on what you mean by opposites. I think
Mm,
opposites, like in general, no, because I think that's hard to form a life with someone. But I think in some of
mm-hmm,
these cases in this movie and in real life, when you have like opposite tempers, specifically like one's dramatic, one's calmer, I think that
mm-hmm,
balances each other out really well. Saying that as a dramatic person dating a very calm person. So I think like sometimes it can, like, and I think that's really important in relationships to have some balances, but I
mm,
wouldn't say that just like generally because of like if someone is coming in and being like, I want to live in the country and I love all of this and I just like staying at home. The other person's like, well, I like living in the city and I like doing all like I don't think that kind of opposite
yeah.
can work out. What do you think?
Um, I agree with you. Yeah, I think like okay, not to reference materialist, but like I think when
Hmm.
Dakota Johnson, that one scene where she's talking to I think Chris Evans of like what made them work and she was like similar family backgrounds, like
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like obviously they're not opposite in that point. And I think like the as found like foundational stuff, I would say no. I think it's usually similarities and like or people who are compatible. But I
Hmm.
think like you said, like more like personality
Hmm.
wise, like calm versus like dramatic, or maybe like analytical and creative. Like I think those balance each other out. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just a little side note. Just was wondering. Um,
Hmm. Did you have a
uh,
I need a Siggy moment in this movie? Because I did.
for a split second was when when she told on March that she had turned down the other guy's
Oh
proposal. And then that Timothy Chalamet was gone. I was like, "Girl, what are we gonna
yeah.
do?" And even Aunt March was
Yeah.
like, "I need a sickie,"
Yeah.
because she's like, Why are you here?" But
Hmm.
yeah, what about you?
She's like, I brought you all the way to Europe to get engaged, and you're
Yeah, and you turn down this guy.
yeah. I kind of feel bad for that guy too because he was like courting Florence Pugh for like a while and probably thought it was they were like each other.
Mm,
My I need a Siggy moment was also with Florence Pugh, but it was whenever they show Florence Pugh and bangs, which is how they make Florence Pugh look younger, and the
yeah.
schoolhouse. and they surround her with like 9-year-olds, and she
Mm-hmm.
looks, because throughout the rest of the movie, like I'm like, okay, I can believe that she's younger because they make her look like and act young, but then they show her like next to actual children, and I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
y'all,
Yeah.
I didn't need
Yeah.
this moment.
Yeah.
Um,
I was kind of a
so
little confused during that moment. I was like, what's going on here? I'm like, oh, she's in
mhm.
school. Okay. Cool.
Because she's supposed to like um Amy at the beginning of the movie is pretty young. Like I want to say not even a like a tween, like maybe like
Mm.
12 at that point. So
Mm-hmm.
she's supposed to be pretty young. But yeah, I was like a
Yeah.
because other
Uh,
movies, 1994 did a actress switch. Like they cast a
oh.
young actress, Kirsten Dunst, when she's really young, and then they cast an
Yes.
older actress. Mm-hmm.
Yes, they did. Yes, they
Mm-hmm.
did. Uh-huh. Because I saw that version. That cracked me up. I was like, I owe Catherine apologies because I was like, I've seen this movie, and
I know.
she
I know.
has not seen
Well,
the
when you
movie.
said like, "Oh, Timothy Chalamet's in it," or Florence, you didn't know Florence Pugh or Timothy Chalamet, and I was like, "Okay, she's never seen the movie."
But yeah, I was like, which one of the like the in the snow? I'm trying to picture Timothy Chalamet in the snow. I'm like, it's not
uh,
happening.
yeah.
But did you know each sister was given a distinctive color palette? So, okay,
Hmm.
let's play a game. Which color
Okay.
palette
Oh no.
would you pair with each sister?
Oh God. Okay.
Which color palette would you give Joe?
Oh, I feel like I'm now trying to think of everything that Joe was wearing. I don't know. Maybe like blues. Maybe like neutrals.
Joe was red and indigo.
Okay. Oh, that's
Um,
blue, right? Indigo.
yes, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
What
she
about
does wear a lot of reds. Okay.
Beth?
Well, whatever the most depressing is.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Sorry.
And I'm more mad because I'm wearing one of her colors tonight. Beth was pink and brown.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe
Um,
like a brown. Yeah.
okay, and pink. And pink.
Okay. hmm
What about Amy?
Oh, Amy wears a lot of blues, which is what I'm thinking of. But
No,
yeah,
you're right
I don't
there.
know. Blue. I'm
Amy
gonna just
was
keep
light
saying
blue.
blue. hmm
Okay. And then last but certainly not least, Miss Meg. What
Meg
do you
is
think?
like pink and green, is what I'm remembering her colors are. hmm
You're close. Lavender and green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. Also, Meg's husband. Okay, who was he? Because I at first I thought that he was Lori's brother, but was he just
mm
like his tutor or something?
Yeah, he was just his tutor. He was just hired. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Which, if you want to, this is not to be mean. I think that the actor in the 2019 version is much cuter than the one in the 1994 version, and I think you should. I
Mm,
don't know if you remember what he looks like, but you should look that up at some point.
yeah, I like that actor. He's in House of Guinness, and I was like, where is he from? Where is he
Oh
from?
yeah,
It's like House of Guinness. Yeah, so I kind of
he's
like
very
him.
cute. He's very sweet too in this movie.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's
Hmm.
just a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not mad at them. Not mad at them at all. But yeah, but those are the color palettes.
hmm
Also, I have another fun fact for you. Did you
hmm
know that Greta was 6 months pregnant when filming
Mm,
ended?
I do not know that.
And
The
so
power
she
of women.
also,
Wow.
but she also hid her pregnancy during the filming, so nobody on set knew that she was
Oh,
pregnant.
wow.
Yeah. I
That's
wonder how she
impressive.
did that.
A lot of layers. Big jackets.
I wonder who else is wearing a lot of layers and big jackets.
Haley Steinfeld was there for a while.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
hmm
When she came out with that dress, I was like,
Oh
Haley,
yeah,
you're
that was a
telling
wrap.
us.
That was a wrap. That was so obviously a hide my
Like
pregnancy belly dress. Yeah.
her publicist was like, okay, like let's get people to talk about you without like getting people to talk about you. Like, come on, Haley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
hmm
but yeah. So yeah, but and then she went into labor 48 hours after turning in her rough edit. So,
Well, see, women. This is why women need to direct this movie.
but yeah, but I mean, Travis Kelsey is like that's why she's one of my
Yeah.
favorite directors.
Travis Kelce, number one feminist, you know? Who hasn't ever thought that or said that?
Yeah. I
Who do you
mean,
think
Travis,
Travis Kelce's, like, who do you think he would identify with? Joe?
who do I think that he would say he identifies with? He'd
Mm-hmm.
probably say that he identifies with Joe, but not, no offense, but he's probably Amy.
Yeah, probably. Because he's the younger sibling. Yeah, it's okay. You're not going to get me to hate. You're not going to. I have come to accept my Amy likeness, so.
Oh, okay. But yeah. Okay. So as far as the movies that we have seen so far, where does this one go? I feel like I know where
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna put this on the list.
Before we do that, can I ask you, instead of like a
Yeah.
favorite character, least favorite, can I ask you who do you think was best cast and who do you think was worst cast in this movie? Because
Ooh.
it is very star studded. The 1994 one also has a lot of stars in it as well. So,
Yeah. Um honestly, best cast, I'm gonna say shout out to my girl Emma Watson. I think she did a good job.
are you talking about Beth or are we talking about Meg?
I'm talking about Meg. Come on.
Okay.
I know. Come on.
Okay, so Emma Watson's casting is Meg. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I think she did a good job.
Okay.
Yeah. Worst casting? I don't want to say Florence Pugh, but I do. I'm gonna say Florence Pugh. I think she did a great job with the
What? Okay.
role.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. I thought Lori was good. This is hard.
Mm-hmm.
The mom was good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Joe was good. Got good, great cast.
Mm-hmm.
Also, okay. Side note. How do you pronounce her name? Saoirse.
Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse Ronan.
Mm-hmm.
When she found out that Greta Gerwig was doing a remake, she like texted or emailed Greta. She was like, "I want to be Joe," and then
Mm.
Greta was a little hesitant because she was like, "We just did Lady Bird. Like, I don't know." But
Yeah.
then later on, she was like, "Okay, you could be Joe."
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, stop stalling. Give me who you think is worst.
I unfortunately I'm gonna have to go with Amy, and like you pointed out,
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like maybe they could have got a more younger
Mm-hmm.
Amy, even
Mm-hmm.
though she was great. But they could have
Yeah.
got someone maybe just a tad bit younger. And now I'm thinking about it. This came out in 2019. Florence Pugh is 30.
Yeah.
So she was like 24, 20, 23-ish. Yeah, maybe they
Mm-hmm.
could have gotten like a
Mm.
18-year-old to do it, Amy.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What do you think?
Well, we're fighting over here. She's probably one of my top ones. I think she does a really good job with it.
I
But
think
it
and
is
she does a great job. Yeah.
I think for me it's tough because I haven't ever liked Amy in the past and I like
Mm,
Amy in this one, but I agree with the younger it's kind of silly saying Florence Pugh and Bangs and
mm,
watching that first part. I think Saoirse Ronan as Joe is really good casting
mm,
because I think Winona Ryder in the 1994 version is really good, but I just think Saoirse Ronan, I don't know. I think she plays the like Lori chemistry really well, where you can like tell
mm,
at all times that she views Lori as a friend. And I just think like some of her speeches are really, really good.
mm,
Um, worst casting. I don't love Laura Dern as the mom the whole time. I think she has some really good moments, like maybe when she's one on one with Joe, but other times I'm very much like, that's Laura Dern playing Marmee. Like I'm very aware
yeah,
of who it is. So sometimes I really like her, and sometimes I'm just like, that's Laura Dern. I don't know.
yeah. I didn't know she was a nepo baby.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
They're all Nepo
her.
babies at the end of the day.
No, like I mean, sometimes you watch the stuff and you're like, wow, it too
Mhm.
Brutus, it too Brutus.
And
Yeah.
they're never American either. I mean, watching this one, like Saoirse Ronan's not American, Florence Pugh's not American, Emma Watson's not American.
At this point,
Um,
they're either not American or they're nepo babies.
yeah. Not
It's like our news
not
segment
good for the
going
rest of us.
forward. Yeah, I know.
Are they not American or are they just an evil baby? I like that one. Where would I rank this? I
Wait, no,
am
no, no, no.
absolutely gonna.
Oh, you
Oh,
said
I'm
your
sorry.
least favorite character. Wait, okay. Joe was your
Yeah,
favorite casting. Okay, all right, yeah,
Joe's
never
my
mind.
favorite,
You can
and
go.
Marmee. I think. I think it's overall really good casting, though. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I would rank this number one on our list of movies that we've seen. It's definitely
I, f-
one of my
I
faves.
figured.
Yeah, 5 stars on Letterboxd. So.
Mm. All right. Now it's my turn. Oh no.
Mm.
You know what?
Tell me.
Okay. So confession. I ranked it a 4.5 stars on Letterboxd.
Uh-huh.
However, when I'm looking at this list, I want to put it above One Battle After Another. So I
Okay.
think I'm going to change my ranking on Letterboxd and put it above One Battle After Another. Hmm.
Ooh.
Am I going to do that?
Which one are you more likely to rewatch? Like, let's say it's been a year, you're gonna rewatch one. Which one do you think you'll watch again?
Well, that's not fair. I'll probably watch One Battle After
Okay,
Another.
sorry. Okay, well then think of a different question. No, you could put it wherever you want to. I am not.
Um, yeah. But maybe I will put it under One Battle After Another. It was if I put it under One Battle After Another, I gotta put it under Wake Up Dead Man. Yeah, I'll just put it there. Sorry. So it's
That's
third
okay.
for me.
That's very high. I support that.
Yeah, it was good though. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Good, I'm
Glad I got
glad.
the versions right.
All right,
But
well that's
anything else to say about your one of your favorite movies ever?
no, just that I think that a lot of people should watch it. And that it's really, and I would definitely suggest the book to people. It's kind of long, but it's just very cozy. And I listen to it as
Oh,
an audiobook style, half of it. So I think it's really good. Yeah.
nice, nice. All right. Well, thank you, listeners, for tuning in. Make sure you all follow us on TikTok and Instagram at alisters_pod. And feel free to email us soup recipes or just anything at moviesandYap@gmail.com. And be sure to tune in for our next movie, which I'm not sure. I want to review People We Met on Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have not even started the book, so maybe we should just watch it. We don't have to wait for us.
Okay, you don't wanna wait any longer. We can
We
go
don't
ahead and
have
watch
to.
it.
Okay. All right.
I don't think it's gonna have a surprise ending. If I'm being honest, I think.
Okay. Don't do that.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah,
okay.
people we meet on vacation. I love that.
All right. Well, we'll be doing People We Meet on Vacation because it's been kind of a drought for the AMC releases lately. I'm not watching
Yeah.
28 Days Later. I
I know you're not.
refuse.
Yeah. I thought about Amanda was like, because I was like, oh, I'm really excited for that one. And she's like, are you and Jocelyn going to do that? I was like, I could never in my life convince
No,
Jocelyn to watch it. It has Bone
no,
Temple in the title, so I knew you weren't going to say yes to
no,
that.
no. The preview, I'm like, no. I'm glad you
Mm-hmm.
know me very well. But
Mm-hmm.
thank you all for joining and stay tuned to our next episode where we do People We Met on Vacation. Bye.
Bye.